In today's video, we're going to look at section 6-3, solving multi-step inequalities. I'm going to go back to my toolbox and ask you, do rules change in math? And I hope you've finally started getting in your brain that no, they do not. They will stay the same, but we can add to them. Okay, so in today's video lesson, we are going to take what we learned in the last two sections and just combine them all into one. But that still goes back to the lessons that we were solving basic equations. These are just inequalities. Okay, remember, what you do to one side, you do to the other. Isolate the variable. So negative 7b plus 19 is less than negative 16. Okay, so we got to get rid of the addition and subtraction first. So I'm going to subtract 19 on both sides. And I get negative 7b is less than negative 35. Now I need to divide by negative 7 on both sides. Well, divide by negative 7. Last lesson we learned that when we divide by negative, we flip the inequality, so we get b is greater than 5. Okay, so now graph. I got my 0, I got my 5, so it's not an equal to part, so it's open circle, variables on the left, so I follow the inequality, and I'm done. There we go. So see, everything's the same. We've just expanded our steps. Define a variable, write an inequality, and solve the problem below. Then check your solution. 3 times a number. So first things, I'm going to define a number, or define my variable. A number is x. Minus 18 is at least 5 times the number, so x again, plus 21. So now let's just go through the parts. 3 times a number minus 18. So all I'm doing is, that's times, okay, is at least 5 times. So at least, it means it's greater than or it's equal to 5 times the number plus 21. So all I did was just translate. So here we go. 3 times x minus 18 is at least 5 times x plus 21. So now all we do is solve. So I'm going to first move all my variables to one side. Oh, I don't know why I wrote 2x. Let's fix that. That's minus 3x. There we go. So we got negative 18 is greater than or equal to 2x plus 21. Subtract 21 from both sides. So I get negative 39 is greater than or equal to 2x. Solving for x, divide by 2 on both sides. I'm dividing by positive, so it stays the same. I'm going to leave it as a fraction. Negative 39 over 2 is greater than or equal to x. So there we go. So I got my number line. So I've got my arbitrary 0, negative 39 over 2. Now it's going to be a closed circle because it's or equal to. And then the variable is on the right, so I go opposite the inequality. And there we go. We are done. Okay. So now 3d minus 2 times the quantity 8d minus 9 is greater than 2d, negative 2d minus 4. So first things first, we have to distribute. Now remember, after you add the opposite, you're actually distributing that negative 2. So I get 3d minus 16d plus 18 is greater than negative 2d minus 4. Combine like terms. So I get negative 13d plus 18 is greater than negative 2d minus 4. I'm going to move the 2d on to the right side. So I get negative 11d plus 18 is greater than negative 4. Next, I'm going to move that 18. So I'm going to subtract 18 from both sides. So I get negative 11d is greater than negative 22. Finish it off. Divide by negative 11. So I get d is up, divide by negative, so I need to flip the inequality. D is less than 2. So now let's graph. Got my number line. So I got my arbitrary 0, got my 2, open circle onto variables on the left, so I follow the inequality. There we go. All right, let's do another one. Just more, okay? Just see, I'm just expanding on these problems. So first thing is distribute. I'm going to add the opposite, then distribute. So there's a lot of distribution to do so. We got 8t plus 16 minus 3t plus 12 is less than 5t minus 7. Oh, I forgot to distribute. People, it happens, people. Minus 35 plus 8. So let's combine like terms. We've got 8t and 8t, and then 16 and 12 on the left side. So I got 5t plus 28 is less than, I only have 5t there, but I have a negative 35 and a negative and a positive 8, so I get minus 27. Okay, so in this problem, now we move things around. So in this case, we are going to, I'm going to move that t, so I'm going to subtract 5t from both sides. So I get 28 is less than negative 27. Well, wait a minute. My t's on the way, and I get 20 is less than 27. That's a false statement. Now, remembering back, remember this is a rule. If you ever come with no variables left and get a false statement, that means there is no solution. Okay, so your answer in this case is no solution. So it can happen. That's a good thing. So now let's look at 18 minus 3 times the quantity 8c plus 4 is greater than or equal to negative 6 times the quantity 4c minus 1. So again, we got to add the opposite and distribute. And then distribute the negative 6. So we have 18 minus 24c minus 12 is greater than or equal to negative 24c, sorry about that, plus 6. So combine like terms. So we got 18 minus 12, so we get negative 24c plus 6 is greater than or equal to negative 24c plus 6. So once again, we look at this and we see that when we do a little bit more work, let's move the 24c's to both sides. We get 6 is greater than or equal to 6. Well, again, that's a true statement. 6 is greater than or equal to 6. That is very true. So in this case, a true statement means all real numbers. Any number you put in for the variable c is an answer. So your answer in this case is all real numbers. Okay, so remember, true statements mean all real numbers. False statements mean no solution. And then if it's just c or x or something is equal to or whatever, then it's just one solution.